What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, OG is back, man. You guys already know what time it is with this cat. I don't talk about it, I stay about it. But anyways, first and foremost, I got to give a shout out to all of my channel members, my subscribers, my followers, and everybody that's been interacting with my channel, man. I appreciate you guys very much. You guys are keeping me in the algorithm. My channel is growing, and eventually, once I get to that 10,000 subscribers, I will start doing lives. I know it's not required for me to do 10,000 subscribers. It's just the goal that I set for myself. That's the way you succeed in life, people. It's just a tip of the day. Set you a goal, conquer, smash it, and feel that glory of accomplishment. And once you discover that glory of accomplishment and succeeding, it pushes you to go even further. And that's why I say little goals at a time, people, little goals at a time. Today, man, I need to address the YouTube Yarda. What the fuck is up with these cats here on the YouTube Yarda? It's crazy. But anyways, quick reminder, I am a full-time online fitness coach. This is a fitness channel with a twist. For those of you that are just now tuning in and viewing my channel, I usually start off elaborating about fitness, nutrition, or overall health in general. You know what I mean? I like to touch on certain topics, nutrients, vitamins, and stuff like that. If you want to get started in your fitness journey, shoot me a DM. Go check out my Instagram. It's high_power_fitness, high_power_fitness_. Or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. Don't talk about it, be about it. You know, don't be like those cats that sign these checks that their asses cannot cash. And you guys know exactly who I'm talking to. So you guys that are viewing this and talk a good talk, I guess my program ain't cut out for you. You know what I mean? When you gotta seek permission to invest in yourself, yeah, I can't have you as part of my team because you become a liability, not an asset. I can't hold your hand and walk through it. You know, all I could do is provide you with a blueprint that is guaranteed to work. You know, a blueprint for a 90-day blueprint, you can lose up to 30 pounds of fat and build muscle at the same time. I'm living proof, baby. I went from fat to fit to rip. 54, man, in the best shape of my life. Well, anyways, people, like I said, if you want to go check out my Instagram, check it out, man. I have plenty of material there. I have transformations. I have testimonials from team members, non-team members. You know, I have starter meals that you could start running in just to get you the basic results. You know what I mean? And they work. You know what I mean? And once you come to a plateau, reach out to me. I'll get you going and provide you with that blueprint that is bulletproof. You know, guaranteed to work, man. Well, anyways, people, today I'm going to discuss a little bit about carbohydrates, man. Carbohydrates are a type of macronutrient along with proteins and fats. They're the body's main source of energy and are found in foods such as bread, pasta, rice, potatoes, fruits, and vegetables. It is important, though, people, to eat a healthy diet with high quality carbs and healthy fats. I'd recommend eating nutrient-dense foods and avoid eating processed foods and sugary drinks. Now, with that being said, if you want to get started on improving your health, send me a DM, High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. You know, I'll put together a perfect nutrition plan with meals and instructions on how to make them. Okay, so you don't have to sign up for the food program. If you just want the nutritional part, I got you. You know what I mean? I'll revise the price and all that, you know, and I'll go over the full details of my program. That's one thing, man. I'm not in a hurry to get all these people signed on and go ghost, you know what I mean? Because when I accept you onto my team, you know, I want to keep you as an asset, not as a liability. You know, I want to be able to promote you and brag about you, you know. So But if you're one of them individuals, which I have, a lot of my team members are very private. They're not into social media, so that's why I haven't posted any of their transformations. Maybe one day they may change their mind. If they do with their permission, I'll put them up, but as far as that, privacy is very important when it comes to my program. Don't feel that you're going to sign on and everybody's going to have access to your program. I'm the only one that has access to your program. I'm the coach. I'm the one that keeps an eye on everything, people. It's very important for me to do that. You know what I mean? And honesty is good. Be straight up, be straightforward with me. That way we keep the guessing out of your program, because if you're one of them individuals that like to give this perfect score every week, on my end it looks perfect. You know what I mean? And then when it comes down to the progress pictures, 2 plus 2 isn't equaling 4. You know what I mean? You're getting 3 out of it. Something's wrong with that. You know what I mean? The math doesn't add up, right? So what I'm trying to say is, a person could talk a good talk, but can they walk the walk? You feel me? And that's gonna bring me to what I need to talk about today, man. But before I do that, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, put your notification bell on all, let's share this channel, get it to 10,000 subscribers. That way I start interacting with everybody on my lives. My YouTube Yarda will become activo. I will welcome everybody and anybody. I'm non-biased, I'm colorblinded. I don't care where you come from, I don't care how you identify as long as you come with respect, you're gonna get respect. If you play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes. And with them stupid prizes, my moderators will just remove you. There's no calientadas. They're just going to be strictly removals with conditions, because you could buy your way back in, because that's just day of generation, man. You could go out backwards, buy your way back in. You don't have them severe charges on you, because that, I believe, will never, ever, ever change. Now, this is to bring me to the motherfucking YouTube Yarda. I don't get it. You motherfucking Mashika Warriors on here. And I'm being sarcastic when I say this, because the real Mashika Warriors are not on social media doing their thing, I spoke to a lot of YouTubers. A lot of individuals had reached out to me. They spoke to me about certain individuals, and I'm not going to say no names, because that's straight up talent. That's just a different form of talent. You know what I mean? It's straight up. They spoke on certain individuals. You guys can speculate all day who you think I'm talking about. You guys are more than likely going to be wrong, because I've never mentioned these cats. So they tapped in with me. They chopped it up real good with me. They spoke on things. They've asked me certain questions, and just by asking so many questions, raises red flags to me, So a lot of times what I'll do, I'll give you false information, because I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Especially you individuals that are trying to figure out my weight, my age, this and that. It's like, what are you trying to do? Build a profile on me? Like I said, at the end of the day, I only look this way. You know what I mean? I didn't make it to where I'm at today for being fucking stupid. Feel me? Because, I feel bad for the individuals that are stupid, because there's really no fixing stupid. And they're here on social media on the daily, especially in my comments, man. No matter how hard I try to give a person props, you're always going to get this side buster that wants to sell wolf tickets. Yes, I ran off topic. That's what this individual does. I do fucking ramble on, okay? But anyways, let's get back to the Mashika Warriors, the fucking YouTube Mashika Warriors, man. You motherfuckers over there are constantly trying to expose people. You're constantly in the comments wolfing on people. I don't know if you really pumped your brakes and sat back and observed what you guys do. That's a whole another form of fucking gossip, chismes, the way you guys do it. But you guys think it's kind of like, you guys base it upon like a little white lie, like it's okay. You know what I mean? There's an exception to the rule. No, there isn't. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as a half a truth. A fraction of a truth is equal to a whole lie. So you fucking poo butts that are out here constantly trying to expose people, what the fuck do you guys get out of that? For one, by you pulling their covers and throwing their names out here on social media, that makes you a fucking snitch. Straight up, in my books, you know what I mean? I could sit here all day because I'm one of them individuals that will sit in the audience. And the only reason why I'm bringing you this to light today is because today was the first day I've ever looked to you scroll through my feed. I guess they call that the feed. And seeing so many individuals, man, they preached the preach at the beginning, and now they're preaching something totally different. They praised an individual at the start, and now they're bashing certain individuals. And I'm not going to say no names because you guys out there that are always on this social media, you guys know exactly who I'm talking about, man. They talk a good talk, man, and then they go bashing the person behind them. And then they want to pull covers and expose them. In my eyes, that's a snitch. You know what I mean? What the fuck do you gain out of this? If that man has his audience and they want to provide to that content creator and reward him with, what do they call them, super chats and stuff like that, so be it. How does that affect your channel? Don't hate. Maybe observe, pick up a little game. A lot of this stuff, what I do here on social media, because I'm starting to see it's another avenue to gain capital. So I do things for a reason. There's always a logical explanation for everything that is done, especially when it's coming from me. I play chess. I don't play checkers, people. You guys could bash all you want and try to say this, and that. But at the end of the day, hey, I get a little fucking check that really ain't nothing out of this YouTube stuff. It fills up my tank. You know what I mean? More than a few times a week. Because this cat does a lot of traveling. So yeah, it covers for my fuel expenses. You know what I mean? I've never really paid, like I said, I've never really paid attention, but I've seen one pay out and hey, cool, you know what I mean? Hey, this is more entertainment for me. I know there's an individual that tried to correct me, say it's therapeutic. It's therapeutical for me. Okay, let's just say it's therapeutic for me. Whichever way. You guys know what I'm talking about, man. This is a form of relaxation for me. You know what I mean? I like to get out here and just put some content up and, wolf a little bit. They're not wolf tickets to harm anybody. You know what I mean? I just like to speak on certain things, address certain things that are already out there. So you can't say that I'm fucking talking shit. All I'm doing is elaborating why, because someone from my audience, one of my team members, which a lot of my team members aren't on social media other than watching my channel, they'll ask me, or they'll hear from other things, hear topics from other people, and they'll ask me to elaborate on it. And that's what I do. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go pull people's covers because, trust and believe, if I wanted to pull motherfuckers covers on social media right here, I would hurt a lot of motherfuckers' feelings, straight up. You know what I mean? But like I said, at the end of the day, pulling covers and putting it out there on social media makes you no different from them cats that, like, you want to say people debriefing this and that. How do you know if they debrief, man? How do you know if individuals debrief? How do you know if they told? You got to keep in mind, man, when you're in the penitentiary, when you first arrive there through R&R, they make you sign a waiver saying that they're not responsible for your safe return to your family. You know what I mean? So pretty much you're signing a death certificate. Okay. Do you think CDC administration is going to jeopardize getting sued for millions of dollars because they have an individual that fears for his life, a little old man that came in on his third DUI, and they said, fuck that, you ain't going to SNY, you're going to the main line. You know what I mean? And this cat has stated over and over that he fears for his life, and his family members knew, and they refused to put him in a protective custody. Who is he going to tell on? Like, dude's never been in the system before. CDC has to acknowledge that or slam him down somewhere. So I'm just going to stay away from that topic because it's going to be a never-ending battle with you motherfucking Mashika Warriors out there, man. It is what it is. At the end of the day, you people that are over here trying to expose people on social media, in my eyes, you guys are fucking no better than a snitch, a rat. What do you get out of it? Really? Let that man grow. Do you see people? Well, I see people exposing Wes Watson, but hey, his audience are gonna love him regardless or not. So be it. Don't hate on it. Find you an audience. Find you an audience that will support you, regardless of what you say. Even if you just pull up to your channel just to say Cuvo. Well, anyways, people, I think that's enough rambling on. It is what it is. I am a fitness channel. I usually start off with nutrition, fitness, or overall health in general, and end in a twist. The twist is I'm always elaborating on something that has to do here on social media or, life itself. You know what I mean? Current events. Like someone tried to say, oh, I'm a news reporter. Huh? No, what the fuck? I was just, touching on a topic that hit, on my path going to Walmart the other day, the shootout. You know what I mean? I thought it was fireworks. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, people, I don't need to prove shit to anybody. So you Mashika Warriors, again, you're no different than them chismosas and the people that are fucking yelling, telling, and smiling out there, pulling people's covers. Like I said, at the end of the fucking day, man, what do you get out of it? What satisfaction do you really get? So fucking what if a motherfucker's a fake and a fraud right here? It is what it is. When I spoke on Renegade Media, I spoke on him because he only had his information came through the DOJ. DOJ, I don't know if you guys know, they're gonna sugarcoat everything to make their case solid. They're gonna smudge you up the most they can, bring the most ugliest person out of you to identify you as, so their case sticks. Okay, so the only reason why I spoke up is because when he spoke up, he was basically portraying my whole neighborhood. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. What is right and what is wrong. If you got bad charges, I don't give a fuck what neighborhood you're from. You're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And every neighborhood has had one or two, even more. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't ever think that I co-sign that shit, because I don't. I never have, and I never will. Now, with that being said, yes, I did ramble on. If you want to get started in your fitness journey, shoot me a DM, high_power_fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. You want results? You know what you need to do. Put your ego and pride to the side. Now, with that being said, hit the like and subscribe button, put your notification bell and all, share this channel. 10,000 subscribers, I will start doing lives and interact with everybody. Now get up and get yours. Let's do this.